The Isle, a dinosaur experience unlike anything out there in the video game world. I'm GT45 Gaming, and it's an honor to present to you the very first ever video from our The Isle content gameplay. This was recorded last night. It was on Zooming Islander No Rules PvP server, 300 pop, and this is a great server just to come PvP, hang out, get some experience on the battlefield. This is a controlled chaos, no rules environment, and the community is here to battle, learn, and just have fun in a controlled chaos environment. Huge shout out to Zooming Islander. Love the server. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So we nested in here as an omni raptor in this video and made a quick little run down in through the North Lake gates. Got our prime, and just after we hit our peak performance, we had a Rex come in and challenge our Raptor pack. So we're going to show you that fight here today, and we're going to kind of talk you through the fight as it all happened. So this is the very first time I've ever done anything like this as far as a video goes with this content. But all I can say is this is a very hardcore, true survival experience. It is not for the faint of heart, but once you get through the early parts of the learning how to play the game and get through the frustration of learning how to survive, you fall in love with this game. I fell in love with the Omniraptor. It is a smaller version of the Velociraptor that we're used to seeing in Jurassic Park. For those of us that are the Isle fans, we definitely know all about the Omniraptor. It is not a solo warrior, so to speak. This is a pack fighting animal, and when you get a very good coordinated pack together or a good group of players together, it is amazing what you can do with these little Omniraptors. They're a ton of fun. I love playing them. By far my favorite dinosaur in the Isle, and we're going to bring the action to you right now. So we're sitting here at North Lake. We're on a rock. The team notices a Rex coming, and well, let's see what happens. As it happened, there's no editing here. This is just a straight video recording clip as the action unfolded. And of course, the perspective is on myself, GT45 Gaming, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 adult raptors, all in their prime, and we've got one baby or one juvenile raptor there with us. So we've got a 6-pack, and then we've got an Allosaurus over there hanging out with the group as well. Now, I want you to keep in mind this is a no-rules server, so overpacking, mixed packing is allowed in this server, and it is a community-based thing. It is controlled chaos environment. These are absolutely fun fights you get into in this server, and we finally got a proper recording that isn't corrupted, minus the little arrow that pops up when I'm chatting in the game for some reason. Other than that little issue, yeah, we're finally able to actually get a good quality fight. So this is a T-Rex. This is a prime T-Rex. This is the biggest, the baddest T-Rex you can get on the island. It is the king of the island. And he came out with a big one called a big roar. We missed our pounce there, and then we go and pounce his head like a dummy. Very lucky we didn't end up like the Raptor buddy there, who is now mincemeat on the ground underneath a crushing bite from that T-Rex. T-Rexes are difficult to fight on any given day with a strong, big apex dinosaur. When you have these little Omniraptors, this is a whole different story. It's about patience. It's about applying bleed. We've got our pack mounted right now in a grappling or a pounce. They're applying bleed damage to that Rex right now, and the Allo's in there just trying to bite and get a grapple if possible. However, the Allo is much slower than the Raptor, so he is at high risk of getting wrong. Gets a beautiful grapple right there. That's big damage right here. We've got an Omniraptor on there. I'm looking for an opening here. We'll see when I get on the side, latch on. Now we've got a lot of damage going in. This is what you need to do with Rexes. You just gotta bite, you gotta bleed, you gotta get off, you gotta run, you gotta maintain your separation. The goal to fighting Apex pack as an Omniraptor pack is bleed damage. Bleed them out. It is a game of patience. So, this is what we're gonna see. The Allo is really clutch here right now. He's putting in heavy bleed damage to that Rex. You can see some scarring starting to develop on the top of his back, meaning we're doing damage. And there's a little thing going on in the game where you can use rocks to knock players off that are grappled like that. The problem for the player that gets stuck in that situation, as you just seen right there, 2 of us got stunned for about 3 seconds, couldn't move. Extremely high risk that we didn't get eaten there. So now, The important thing with an Omniraptor, in my opinion, is managing your stamina. The fight stalls out a little bit here because, as you can see, I'm the only Raptor currently right now around the Rex. The rest of our Raptors, minus one that's dead, have wasted all their stamina now and are regaining that stamina. So my job is to keep this thing moving, to keep them walking, to keep them attacking, baiting attacks, keep that bleed happening, because the more they bleed and the more stamina they continue to use, the more damage that they continue to inflict on themselves. So we're just moving right now, waiting for the ranks to strengthen up, and then we're going to start to move back in and attack again. Rex has a lot of weapons to its advantage. It turns on a dime. It has 6 different bite attacks. If it gets you on a crushing bite, it can bone break you. It can really cripple you, and you're going to see this right here. One of our Raptors made a mistake and got a crushing bite there, and he's now got a broken leg, so he is out of this fight. He's going to make a fake pounce there, and that's issue number 2 when fighting a Rex. There's only 2 sides that you can pounce as a Raptor or an Aloe on a T-Rex, and that is the left and right flank. If you try to pounce the tail, which we're going to see right here, this is what's going to happen to you. We go for the pounce here, we slightly miss, and boom, you just bounce off the Rex. So back pouncing doesn't work, and we've already seen what happens when you pounce its head. You become food. So now this is a game of patience. We have some Raptors that are having to back out of the fight due to injuries. We have some Raptors that are just out of stamina. My job here is just keep the distance, keep them moving, try to bait attacks. That's what the black and white Raptor's doing right there. And it's just game on here. It's game on here. So the Rex is being smart. He keeps using that rock glitch to his advantage to get the Raptors off. He can buck. But that schematic is broken, and he sees the Aloe sitting there. The Aloe has to get moving. The Aloe is very hurt there as well. So now I run in, get a tail bite, just get some bleed damage in, try to bait an attack, and now we're going to start to tighten up a little bit here. We're going to get a little bit closer. We're going to start taking a little more risk, and we're going to try and start bait some swinging bites here. So he thought I was going to pounce there. He bit. That was an opportunity for one of the other mates to pounce, but again, they're not managing their stamina. You have to manage your stamina as a Raptor. You gotta know when to use it and when not to use it. You gotta know your distance. You gotta know your opponent. Rexes can close on you very quickly. So this is just a patience game for me. I'm being cautious. I've never fought a Rex before yet. This is my first experience fighting a Rex, so I was being a little bit on the cautious side, but when I seen the opportunity and it was clean, I definitely took it. And there's a big important moment coming up here right now that is, I think, a very important moment in this fight, because you can see our ranks are depleting. All of the Raptors are off hiding, they're gaining stamina, they're healing. We've got one guy that's been broken, and that Aloe right now is busted up in behind us healing. So right now, the only 2 in this fight are myself and our juvenile Raptor. Juvie, he's nothing but a distraction. He's not hurting that Rex at all. He is just a rolling distraction, which is good. But as far as damage goes, he's just doing the best he can as a little Raptor. And you can see some mistakes I make here. We made a couple of bad pounces early on in the fight. There's moments here where I fumble up my movement and I potentially put myself in a bad position. But right now this isn't important. He's bleeding, and we don't have the ranks to continue getting bleed attacks in. We don't have Raptors coming in and biting the tail, drawing out attacks. So right now, keep them moving. Just keep that bleed going. I'm smelling right now, making sure we still have bleed effect on. So this will find me, it'll show me little blood drops on the ground here, and you're about to see a couple here over the hill. Right there in front of me is one. So we do have bleed going, but it's not very heavy, so we need to get in. We need to start attacking. So you can see one of our Raptors is back, so now I'm going to start closing in a little bit again here. I'm going to use this hill to my advantage a little bit. The Aloe's back in the fight, so now we're kind of re-engaged here again. And at this point, the Rex is starting to waste alt bites, which is using up stamina. T-Rexes have a very large stamina pool as well. They are just an absolute beast to fight. They are just an absolute beast to fight. We see an opportunity, we get a pounce. The Aloe comes in right there, and that was crucial. We seen that the Aloe was going in for the pounce. We knew the Rex was going to turn and try to bite, which he did. The Aloe took a heavy hit there, but that opened up that right flank for me to come in and get a good pounce on him. And this is an important pounce, and you're about to see why. The Aloe's out of the fight. 3 of our raptors are off out there healing and getting stamina. We've got a juvie attached, doing absolutely no damage to the Rex. So it's just me and that black and white raptor. You can look at the black and white raptor, he's hurt. So he's using his stamina quicker right now because he's trying to heal while he's actively attacking as well. He's off. He's out of stamina. The other this guy is about to lose it here as well. And I'm doing something very different here. Oh, and then you see our raptor come back in. He gets a crushing bite on him again. He's lucky to be alive. That's the second time that particular raptor has been underneath that Rex and survived a massive bite. Not sure how, but he is now leg broken and out of the fight again. So now it's me. I'm the only one left. I have full health here, and I've got to introduce the Owl. Sees an opportunity there. Boom. Beautiful right here. We've got him pinned. Right now what we need is all them raptors to jump on this thing, and the little guy's in there biting, doing the damage. We're getting some inflicted damage here now. That Rex is probably starting to panic a little bit. The Aloe is going to let go here. He runs out of stamina, gets out. It's just me. This is important. We have that raptor, he's running away, he's out of stam, and our other 3 raptors up the hill are all injured, they're healing, and the Aloe, if he doesn't sit, he's going to die. He's going to bleed out, so literally it's just me right now keeping this thing distracted. So what I'm doing here, and this is something I learned from other content creators that play the Isle, is I'm inflicting a little bit of bleed damage, and I'm just neutral biting him. So I'm literally just knowing it's latched onto him, not doing anything to him, but just hanging off his side, and then about every 5 seconds, I'm putting in about 5 seconds of bleed, and that's how I'm managing my stamina while latched onto the Rex, and this is why I'm going to be able to stay latched onto him for roughly about a minute and a half here. And this is crucial because you can see right now, he's walking away. He's walking away from the battleground. This Rex has running on his mind. He wants to save this dinosaur. He wants out of this fight. He's trying to get away. If I'm not sitting on him being an annoyance right now, he is going to run to the river, swim across the river, and disappear, go heal, log off, do whatever he's going to do, and that's battle over and we lose our prize. So I wasn't having that. This Rex was not going anywhere, so I decided I'm staying on until the masters get back. Once these guys get back in the fight, I'm going to bounce, I'm going to go rebuild my stamina. And this was a smart decision here. Just a combination of bleed and neutral pounce. Just switching between the two. Hold the right click for a few seconds and then just hang on them. Hold the right click for a few seconds and then just hang on them. I let go, get out. The rest of the soldiers take over. I'm going to duck behind the hill here. I'm going to sit down for a few minutes. I'm going to regain a few seconds, regain my stamina. I'm going to throw a couple of pointers across here, and then we're going to get that ugly arrow back on the screen again. That must be a chat thing. At this point, I just want to make sure that we keep them bleeding, we keep them walking, we keep them baited, keep those attacks being baited out. At this point, he's trying to run away. We can't let him go, and still over half the pack is unable to fight. The Aloe's healing. We've got Robo healing. He's broken. He's out of this fight completely. And we've got another Raptor to our left completely healing. And I think we're about to lose one here shortly as well. So we're going to be down yet another Raptor of the 5 adult Raptors. I see the Aloe starting to move back in. The Aloe's been really crucial in this fight for us. He's been a good ally, so as soon as I seen the Aloe move in, I was standing back up to make sure I was support for the Aloe. There's an important thing to consider here. That Allosaurus is quite a bit slower than the Omniraptors are. If that Rex gets a good beat on that Aloe, he's going to catch him, he's going to pin him, and he's going to kill him. He needs the Omniraptors to keep the attention of the Rex in more than one place. So that's what we're doing here. As soon as I seen the Aloe get up, I knew I had to be there to make sure that the Rex had more than one visual reference to be looking at all times. So that allows the Aloe to get in closer, potentially plan an attack, but also have room to escape in the event of a charge. I could have potentially pounced there. I opted out of that pounce. The Aloe goes to pounce. He misses that pounce. Thankfully, he gets away from the fight to the Rex there. And it's actually a she. Pardon me. I believe the Aloe is a she. So now we've got 2 Raptors attached. Again, the little guy lets go. I'm looking for an opportunity here now to also get back on. I've got my stamina rebuilt again. And ideally here we know he's getting close. He's starting to panic. He's starting to really use his bites. And I mean, he's fighting for his life right now. He's fighting for his life. The king of the jungle is about to go down, and there he goes. T-Rex has a fight with 5 omni raptors. And a very helpful Allosaurus. So proud of this fight. It's not every day you get to take down a prime Rex with a pack of omniraptors. So I mean, GG's to the Rex. He fought for his life. He came in big, hot to trot, thought he was going to walk all over that little pack, and halfway through that fight he was trying to make a friend call with us, but at that point you've killed one of ours. The fight's already been ongoing for 8-9 minutes. We're not letting that Rex go unless we're all gonna die. So there's our first T-Rex kill on the Isle here from GT45 Gaming. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this is the first time I've ever done something like this. We'll fine tune it, we'll make them better, and we'll definitely continue to improve on them. You want to see more PvP fights like that, you want to see more Omniraptor action like that, do us a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great Isle content. We live stream it as well. And thank you to Zooming Islander for the amazing server to go off and just have some absolute crazy PvP fun. I had a blast with that fight, and it took us about 12 minutes to take down that Prime Rex. So huge prize right there. Big kill for the Omniraptors. And the Raptors were the king of the jungle at North Lake last night. Appreciate y'all. Remember, you all matter. Stay winning, and we'll see you in the next fight.